How are my people doing? Now, if you haven't seen part 1, I recommend you checking out part 1 to this video, but this is going to be part 2 to the Long Island serial killer series, I guess you could say. This is Maureen Bernard Barnes. This is Megan Waterman, Melissa Barthelemy, and Amber Costello. This is Shannon Gilbert. We will also be talking about her as well, even though he has not yet been charged with her murder. Now, this is Maureen. Now, she went missing in 2007. Now, as her friends tell it, she was a great mother to 2 sons and was running low on money. She was going to be evicted out of her home soon, and so she resorted to working. This came to a surprise as her family did not know that this was what she was doing in order to save the apartment and keep a roof over her 2 sons' heads. Now, her friend says that they were banned on Craigslist due to working. Craigslist at the time, if they found that you were doing ads on Craigslist, they would take your account down. So apparently they had gotten their ads taken down, which led them to walk the streets of New York City. Now, her friend said that they walked around New York City. This was a Sunday night. Her friend had to go home. At that time, she said that Maureen was going to stay and kind of walk around and try to find someone that she can have a date with. And at that time, she never came home. Now, this is Megan Waterman. She was 22 at the time of her disappearance and death. She also loved fashion and had a young daughter at the time. Now, she went missing in June of 2010. Now, her friends say that her boyfriend ultimately pushed her to be an worker, but ultimately she met up with John that night, and this was at the Holiday Inn. After her date, she left the hotel room about 1:30 a.m., went along the back entrance, and she was never found again. Now, this is Melissa Barthelemy. She was originally from Buffalo and moved to New York to be a hairdresser. Now, in July of 2009, for reasons unknown, she decided to go into work. Now, her family thought something was weird when she stopped calling home. Her mom was calling jail, she was calling hospital, she was calling everywhere to see if anyone had known where her daughter was and knew that something was wrong when she was not calling home. Now, something extremely disturbing about especially this case is allegedly Rex called her 15-year-old sister at the time of her disappearance and was threatening and giving details of her murder to her younger sister. This is Amber Costello, and she went missing in September of 2010. Now, Amber also was an worker, and in September of 2010, basically her and her friend had a scam where they would bring the Johns back to wherever they were, and an angry boyfriend would come and would rob the John. And after they would rob the John, they would get away with the money. Well, during this whole scam, her friend actually saw Rex, who appeared to be an ogre and had a really large shape. Part 3 coming up. I love you guys. I'll see you guys soon.